We also need to be clear that Barack Hussein Obama is not the answer to Africa's problems. He's not sent to solve them. He's sent to derail you. And only a fool would cast a vote for that white trash. Only a fool would smile when he walks in the room. Only a fool would be infatuated with that white trash called Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama's father was a black man. Black men, generally, not all, but 70% of black men tend to not marry the woman that they impregnate or fail to give adequate child support to their children. 70% of them. Black men also tend to run off and desert their children by 70%. Barack Hussein Obama's father ran off and left him and his mother when he was 2 years old, and Barack Hussein Obama, Democratic candidate for president, never laid eyes on his father from 2 years on until present. Barack's father did what 70% of all black men do: run off and leave and don't support. But let me share something with you about black men. And this is the truth. Of all black children that are born in these United States of America, 68% of all children, that's 2 out of every 3, are born outside of the bonds of marriage. If you line up 1,000 black children, let's just give a general age under the age of 12, if you line up 1,000 black children, put them all in a room, or put them in a rally with Obama, 700 of those black children would have been born and their mother and father did not get married. Because black men make babies, but they don't make wedding vows. This is truth. This is U.S. Census Bureau truth. This is not my truth. And it's continuing to persist. The black man and the black woman who say they don't like me because I call Barack trash. The black man and these so-called black women, leaders, routinely make children, but are quite comfortable at not getting married to give the children an honorable place in the world. They just make them. And that's it. If you put 1,000 children, imagine this, 1,000 black children anywhere on this planet, if you put out a fisherman's net and drag in 1,000 black children, 700 of them are going to have been born in a family where the father didn't marry the mother. And if you put 2,000 black children, brothers and sisters together, you will discover that 1,400 of them have different fathers. I'm talking about black people. I'm talking about the children of Africa. I'm talking about the habits and the wealth and the doings of black men and black women is what I'm telling you. And it's the truth. I didn't do that. You can be angry with me for calling Barack trash, but I'm not the one that has done that has called black men and black women to find it okay to bring children into the world and don't get married. I didn't do that. I'm not responsible for it. I'm just trying to show you how no good you are. And yet you want to rail against me? You don't rise to my standard yet. As a group of people, you are the worst social family group ever. And by the way, I didn't just start preaching this. Pastor Manning has been fighting a war. He's been calling for a regiment and a brigade of 50,000 righteous men. Men that will be leaders in their homes, Minister Williams, leaders in the church, and leaders in the community. Pastor Manning's been fighting a war to get men to stop running off and leaving their children. Stop making women pregnant and not marrying them. And pay child support if somehow or another y'all get divorced. I didn't just start this. I've been on the battlefield. So there's a war against our children. How can we expect to ever be anything or talk about a president or talk about anything until we learn to pay child support, until we learn to take care of our children and not make babies and run off? Honor our women. If you make her pregnant, marry her. Honor her. Give that child an honorable name. And until you do that, don't talk to me about that white trash called Barack Hussein Obama. I've been fighting this war and will continue to fight it. But is not that the truth? Oh, this is going to get them. Oh, yeah. Next time you see one of those rallies with Obama and all those young black men standing there and behind Barack, grinning for the camera, every time you see 3 of them, 2 of them are not paying child support. Every time you see 10 of them, 7 of them made a woman pregnant and didn't marry her. So they have no right to choose a leader for me. Until you can learn to lead your home, you can't choose a leader for me or the nation. These black people all over America who say they hate me now, and these young black folks like some of y'all who are against me because I call Barack Obama trash. First of all, your daddy probably didn't marry your mama. And you're a part of the illegitimate crowd. And you probably got babies out there yourself. You got children you haven't taken care of. And if you can't take care of your own children, how can you then say you're ready to choose a president to take care of the nation? If you can't take care of your own house, how can you take care of any other house? So before you can tell me anything, go get your own stuff straightened out. Before you can tell me, a man of 61 years of age, a preacher and a prophet of God, go and straighten out your children. Get them straightened out. Tell them, be a father to them, be a mother to them, and make that man marry you, and then maybe I'll listen to you. But until you can do that, you don't have anything to say to me. So we need to pull the cover off all these black men who have declared war on black children, on black babies, who don't get adequate support, don't get adequate love from a father, don't get adequate counsel and instruction from their fathers. And yet you want to talk about choosing a black man to be your president. You have no honor. You have no honor. You make babies like Aunt Jemima makes biscuits. Now get angry about that. Stand up. And then you cry about your wife taking you to child support court. In fact, I'm going to tell all the child support court officers, next time you see a rally with Obama, you'll see a whole lot of men out there that'll do child support. Go right there and arrest them in the rally. And feed the children. Feed the babies. And you paid your bills and stood up and taking care of your children. Then you have some say-so about, and then giving money to support Barack and won't support your own children.